Right, should I go? All right. I'm gonna give you a 3, 2, 1 count in, you guys. 3, 2, 1. Hello there. So my name is AprilMacGeorge. Back in the day, a lot of people knew me as April Lefevre. Welcome to my new hometown of Toledo, Ohio. And what you see behind us is part of the ProMedica building, which is the main medical system here in the city of Toledo. So anyway, I want to talk to you guys about what Campus Crusade for Christ was like, what MadHouse was like about 30 years ago. So 30 years ago, I happened to be a junior in high school, and that was the first year that MadHouse began. They got the upper part of Ferry Memorial Church in downtown Montague. But before that, it used to be known as Lakeshore Youth for Christ, if I remember correctly. And it used to meet in several homes throughout the Montague and Whitehall area, my house being one of them. Many times where we would gather and goof off and learn about the Word of God and just have a good time. And Dave and Carol, congratulations on 30 years plus of doing this great, amazing work. So props going out to you guys. So what was MadHouse like? It was exactly what you would think of a MadHouse, but it was awesome. There was a lot of times where we were involved in silly skits, and that was during the time that Bohemian Rhapsody was really popular with Wayne's World, and there was just all sorts of really cool things that were going on, but they had a purpose, they had a lesson, and you would always walk away with something that would challenge you, that would build you up. MadHouse was a cool community. There were times where MadHouse would be for the misfits and the non-misfits alike. It was a place that everybody could meet, whether you were a jock, whether you were popular, whether you were goth or whatever. You know, you could be there and nobody would bat an eyelash. And it was just a cool place to be able to, again, learn about God and belong and do life with your fellow high schoolers. So it was really cool. A little bit of backstory how I got involved when we were meeting in houses when I was a freshman in high school. I used to have French class with a girl named Mindy Lamb, and so Mindy's the one that got me involved and started meeting at her house and then progressed from there. The really cool thing was the guy that used to be my youth pastor. I also did screen printing with Dave, so shouts going out to Russ. And so there was that connection too. So a lot of threads that pulled it together to kind of make my involvement as well as my sisters and my brothers kind of all gel. And then down the road, even my sister's husband, who is affectionately known as Geek Man, and if for those of you who are watching this remember that, well, props to John. So how did MadHouse personally affect me? Well, I can tell you that through some unfortunate circumstances, I didn't have a youth group by the time that I was a freshman in high school. Now, that doesn't always happen in church, so don't let me make you think that, oh, boo church. No, quite the opposite. And, you know, it wasn't to replace the church at all, but to basically come alongside the church. And so it was a place where my sister, my brother, and I could go because we didn't have a youth group that pretty much filled that void. I could tell you for a fact that if it weren't for MadHouse, if it weren't for Lakeshore Youth for Christ, if it weren't for Carol and Dave, I don't think that I would be serving Jesus today. The cool thing is that I've been working in ministry inside and out for like the last 30 some odd years as well, and also go to an amazing church here in Toledo called Calvary Church, and I'm serving there. Where I'm plugged in is with the kids, but my husband and my son are both with the tech team. So, you know, that's a cool thing too, is that MadHouse gave the opportunity to have the confidence to be able to plug in and not just, you know, park your seats and fill a pew each and every Sunday, but to go beyond and do more. So I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful that I have that heritage. I have that foundation to be able to continue to serve Christ in the way that I do. And of course, that did involve ministry. So let me encourage you guys. One of the things that Dave asked me to talk about was, what would it be like without MadHouse? Well, I can tell you, from my standpoint, there will be a lot of lost kids. The kids who feel like the misfits, the kids who feel like they don't have anybody to talk to, the kids who are struggling with things. MadHouse is that safe place. It's a place where you can go to, and there are plenty of adults there who genuinely care about what's going on with you. It's not just lip service, it's not just pretty words. They genuinely care about what's going on with you guys and can help you out. For those of you who are maybe thinking about, contributing to MadHouse, whether that's volunteering your time, whether that's, fundraising, whatever it looks like, whether it's just praying for them, it is totally worth it. I can tell you there are a lot of kids who came through that organization who are serving Christ today. Some of them probably are still even serving with MadHouse. I know of a few of them. And it's just a really cool organization that, a small area like Montague, Whitehall, and the surrounding areas can have. It's worth it, you guys. I'm proof positive. I'm a byproduct. I was a student leader. So if you're thinking of contributing and why contribute, well, take a look at me. I'm 46 years old. I'm still serving Jesus. So it's got to be something to it. Anyway, you guys have a fantastic rest of your day, evening, whatever time it is. Be blessed. And Dave and Carol, thanks for letting me be a part. I love you guys. We'll talk to you later.